7th training class relating to Archangel Lucifer. Hi, I am Tim Doyle. I am a student of the Golden Ones. The Golden Ones are co-creator gods who are administrators of this spiritual training school. We're going to talk about the soul. Before the soul comes to earth, they have a choice of either becoming and trained to become an angel or trained to become a co-creator god. So when a soul comes to earth and they have already made the choice to become a co-creator god, it's embedded in their soul innate light body that they are training to become a co-creator god. So why does God need co-creator gods? In our universe, there are hundreds of billions of galaxies. Each galaxy has hundreds and billions of stars. Each star has a solar system, and within the solar systems are many planets. So creation needs co-creator gods to assist in governing all these solar systems and galaxies and constellations and other aspects of creation. When the soul comes here, there's a training agenda. The soul has to master and discipline their thoughts, their words, and their actions. They have to master the creation process. Remember, when a soul comes here, before they came here, they were guided by the heart of God. And so there wasn't very much creation they had to do. They didn't have a conscious mind or a subconscious mind, and they didn't work with universal mind. They operated from the heart of God, and the heart of God guided them, just like the heart of God guides the animal kingdoms, the plant kingdoms, the insect kingdoms. So the soul has to learn everything about the creation process, about the conscious mind, subconscious mind in relationship to universal mind. Also, the soul has to learn and master attuning to the God frequency in the brain. We may ask you, where do thoughts come from? No one knows where their thoughts come from. They may have an idea. Well, it just, comes from another person, or I just think about it and it pops into my mind. Not true. There's thousands of frequencies that are available to the soul during the creation process. If I wanted to think about cooking, I just tap into a frequency like, okay, I want to bake a cake. What do I need to bake a cake? And then I tune into that frequency of baking, and I say, okay, I may need to do this. What type of cake do I want to make? Am I going to have a frosting? Is it going to be organic? Do I use eggs? What kind of eggs do I use? So the soul taps into the frequency of baking. Well, where do thoughts come from? Well, there's thousands of frequencies, as we say, but there's also a main frequency. It's like having a computer that's not hooked to a Wi-Fi, and that computer has many software products on it. But if the soul really wants to search something to get the truth of what's going on in the rest of the world, or what's been discovered from the concept of the truth, it hooks to the internet. Well, there's a God frequency in the brain, which I call universal mind, which the soul taps into periodically. When it really wants to know something, it'll say, how can I fix this? And then he gets an idea. Well, what's happening in that moment, he tapped into the God frequency. The God frequency is always talking to the soul, always providing the soul with guidance on how to do this, how to do that, what's the best thing to do for this, be prepared for that. But the soul's not listening. the soul has other things he's doing. They're tapping into not the highest frequency within their brain. They may be tapped into the frequency of what's on TV today, what football game's going on, what baseball game's going on, who's playing soccer, who's in the Olympics, what's on the movies tonight. So there's frequencies available to the soul, but the soul is not attuned to those frequencies. So one of the challenges for the soul is to attune into the God frequency in the brain. Another training agenda for the soul is they have to learn how to clear and clean their light body. We talked about this before. The light body holds all supposedly truths of the soul, but the conscious mind sends everything to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind takes everything that the conscious mind passes to it as a truth. And sometimes things that are passed to the subconscious mind are not truths. And so these things need to be cleared from the light body or the subconscious mind. These are things like unhealthy feelings, fears, abusive treatment, things that were recorded by the conscious mind, put into the subconscious mind, and the responsibility of the subconscious mind is not to validate what the subconscious mind sent to them. The subconscious mind believes if the conscious mind sent it to me, 2 + 2 is 4, it's a truth. So I'll just record 2 + 2 to be a truth. So if the conscious mind says 1 + 5 is 9, that's not a truth, so that won't go to the subconscious mind. The conscious mind won't grab that and say, this is a truth, and send it to the subconscious mind. We do this when we're typing and we learn the keyboard. We have to repeatedly go, okay, A is here, A, S, D, F, and you program the keys to your fingers to go into your subconscious mind. When you make a mistake, you have to go back to the subconscious mind and correct that function, that especially I had difficulties with the letter Q. I would reach up with my baby fingers and hit the W. And then when I was making typing errors, I'd have to go back and practice and reprogram my subconscious mind to where the Q was, and I'd have to reach over a little bit further to get to the Q. So we have to clear the light body and clean it from any unhealthy or untruthful things that are in the light body. We have to master attuning back to our feeling body. Previously, we were attuned to, before coming to Earth, we were attuned into the heart of God. That was our only guidance, the heart of God. That's what teaches the birds to migrate south, or the bears to migrate in the wintertime to hibernate, or the bees to go into the ground during the wintertime, and so forth. So we were always guided by the heart of God. We still have that guidance, but when we received the conscious mind, we got away from the guidance of our feeling body, which is in this third chakra, our solar plexus, and we rely more on logic and the truth in something, and not what we feel. And we have to get back to using the mind of God and the heart of God and making a decision. That's a true decision when you bring the two energies together. So we have to attune to our feeling body. And then we have to master our emotions. Our emotions are God characteristics embedded in our solar plexus, our light body. And we need to master them, and life experiences will trigger these emotions. And so through many carnations, the soul learns to master these emotions. Now, emotions have control of the soul, and the soul knows that. So eventually the soul attempts to discipline these emotions, and eventually they will. There's a meditation on the website called Meditation Cure for Emotional Anxiety. If you're having difficulties with your emotions, controlling your emotions, yeah, you can control them. It may take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many lifetimes to do this, but you can sit down in meditation and attempt to do this in an hour or so. It's a painful exercise to master an emotion if an emotion has control over you. I had to do it twice, so I know it's a painful, agonizing process, but it only takes an hour or less, and the soul is in control. Now, also what the soul has, it has challenges. The challenges are the soul needs to discipline their sensual desires, temptations of greed, power, selfish actions, abusive behavior, overcoming selfish behavior. These are part of the challenges for a soul. Now, again, where emotions have control of a soul, sensual desires also have control over the soul. And so the soul is constantly working on disciplining their desires, all right? That's part of their mission, is to discipline their desires. Now, before I get into talking about Lucifer, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so who is Lucifer? Archangel Lucifer is known as the light bearer. The light bearer. He's a servant to God. His mission is to bring every soul into the light. That's why his name is the light bearer. He does this by using temptation to find the weakness in a soul. So he will keep tempting the soul, knowing that the desire has control of the soul, and the soul knows that it's not good to have these desires to have control over them. But what Archangel Lucifer does is keep tempting the soul until the soul learns to overcome the temptation. Archangel Lucifer is God on earth, and some worship him as God. I know the Catholic Church in the Pope of Rome believes Lucifer is God and that Jesus is the Son of God. I've seen a video on that on the internet at an Easter ritual, and where they recognize Lucifer as God and Jesus as the Son of God. Not true at all. All right. So, but there are some people that believe Lucifer is God, because what Lucifer will do is, if you ask Lucifer for anything, if you say, I will sell my soul for money, for power, for fame, for anything, and I really, really, really mean it, Lucifer will grant you those your desires. Of course, there's a price to pay to gain these the status. There are, once you sell your soul to the devil, yeah, you may be able to perform magic, or you may get a record contract or an acting contract. You become famous and you have plenty of money. But what happens is then you have to worship Lucifer, and you worship Lucifer through satanic rituals. And I don't want to go into them here, but many rituals that abuse children and other individuals for the sake of satisfying your contractual dealings with Lucifer. Lucifer will tell you, if you sell your soul to me, I will give you a kingdom. I'll give you your own universe. You can have your own planet. You'll be in charge of power over an entire planet. Well, God does the same thing for us too, okay? What Lucifer does is basically says, well, you can become a co-creator God, but you will be worshiping me and not the oneness, not creation, not the oneness of creation, and you're not going to be in harmony, balance, order, and unity with the rest of creation. So yes, you can sell your soul to Lucifer, and then you'll always be doing rituals and working for Lucifer, all right? I think that's all we want to say about this training class. The next training class will be on the creation process. There are many tools on our website, www.thepathtowoneness.com. All the teachings of the Golden Ones are there. The Golden Ones' teachings have not been on this planet since the sinking of Atlantis about 11,000 years ago. Their teachings came to me. I had a visitation by a golden light being back in the 80s, and he just gave me a necklace. He gave me a necklace similar to this one. I was in meditation, and with my eyes closed, my mind's eye opened up, and I was watching TV with my eyes still closed, and there was a beautiful golden light being, and his garments were all radiating gold from head to toe. And he took a necklace from around his neck. It floated across, and it was placed around my neck. And when it happened, I had a tingling sensation on my body. So I didn't want to forget the experience. So I went out and had the necklace made, thinking that I might forget that experience. No, not hardly. Since then, I've had many visitations from the Angel of Death, the Lords of Amente, Thoth, the Archurians, seventh dimension beings, out-of-body experience, astral travel, drank the ayahuasca and had many visions during the ayahuasca and Wachumi that supplemented the teachings that reinforced the teachings of the Golden Ones. So many of these teachings are on the website, free. You can download them free. All the products are free. We never want to prevent anyone from having access to the teachings of the Golden Ones, all right? So until the next time, we say have a blessed day. Much love to all on your path, and bye-bye. See all the teachings of the Golden Ones at the YouTube channel, Timothy Doyle, The Golden Ones, or visit us at www.thepathtowoneness.com. Also visit us on Facebook at The Path to Oneness.